Good evening, everybody. It's so good to see you all. It's so good to be with you all. It's so good to have Signal Crest youth back this evening. We've got a fun night planned. We're so glad that you're here. Just a couple announcements that I want to share. Number one, if you're new and you don't know me, my name is Drew, and I am the director of youth ministries here. And throughout the evening, you'll see some of our small group leaders come up and just be with you all here this evening. The other announcements that I want to share with you all is that we have a virtual resurrection coming up. So many of y'all are familiar with resurrection that we do this time of year, each year. So obviously we cannot go to Pigeon Forge in person. So resurrection, we'll be putting on a virtual resurrection Saturday, January 23rd at 7 p.m. We're going to do a watch party via Zoom, okay? And then we've also got some, we'll call them swag bags for you. So if you go to our newsletter or the parent email that went out today and sign up for that, and we'll make sure that we get your swag bag for the virtual resurrection. Other announcements that we have is immediately following our youth here from 5 to 6, then we'll have our small group time from 6 to 6:30. So those Zoom links are in our weekly parent email as well. So make sure that your parents see those and look for those. Now, as you'll see on your screen, okay, I missed that none of you all can be here with us this evening. So I got some pictures printed off, which are up here on stage with me, and you see them on screen here, just so I can feel like you are close to me this evening, that you're close here with us here this evening. But I also miss your voices and miss hearing all your funny jokes and all your beautiful singing, okay? So we've got a video for us to play that, here we go. Absolutely beautiful. Miss your all's beautiful voices. That was just a good memory for us to all have here this evening, and hopefully one day soon we can be together and to hear you all sing Country Roads or whatever song you all may want to sing. So as you'll see, I've got some special guests here on the couch with me here this evening. Okay, so we're going to start with, well, how about you all introduce yourself first? Say your name. Maybe if you work with youth, or if you're just here because you just wanted something to do this evening.
I'm Allison, and I'm here because I want to be here. I had other options, but this was a much better option. And I'm one of the high school girls group leaders.
All right.
I'm Pastor Josh, and I'm glad to be here, even though I'm really sore from a firewood ministry work day. I'm pinch hitting for someone else, but I am glad to be here.
That's right. Well, thank you all both for being here. Well, first off, let me say this. I don't know if you see my shirt, okay? Yes. It says Believe. It's Squatchin' Cycling.
Where'd you get that?
Okay, so the great small group leaders that we have here at Signal Crest got this for me for Christmas. So small group leaders, just know that I'm repping it. I'm hoping that every week I can have a different Squatch shirt. So if y'all see any good Squatch shirts out there, let me know. Okay, so we'll be wearing Squatch every week.
What size?
Large, not schmedium, large.
So
each week, easy now. Each week, we are going to do some different competitions. So y'all going to be representing some different groups, okay, to keep points, all right? At the end of the month, we'll tally each point, and whichever group is in the lead gets to take care of our mascot, Sully, right there to your right, Josh. That's Sully right there. He's got a youth t-shirt on. Somebody thought it was a hospital gown. It is not. It's a youth t-shirt, okay? So you all get to take care of Sully for the month. Make sure that he's well fed. Make sure that he's not scaring anybody, all right? And make sure he's taken good care of, okay? So we're going to start tonight with playing a simple game called War, okay? Don't know if you all have played War before, okay? So you're going to, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, War. And you're going to, how many cards did Allison do you pick up?
I don't know. I just kind of felt it and halved them.
Sure. Okay, perfect. Now, do you show just one card? Is that what it is?
One.
That's correct. So you show one card. All right, we'll do best out of 3.
Wait, ace is high or low?
Aces is low. Let's do it different. Ace is low.
Jokers in here?
Jokers are not.
Oh.
We also call those Pastor Josh's. Sorry. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, War, and then you show it, okay? Josh, you're going to be playing for the middle school guys and the high school guys, all right? Allison, you're going to be playing for the girls. Middle school girls, high school girls, all right? So, like, when I go 3, 2, 1, War, then you got to show it on your head so we can make sure that we see it.
Okay.
So there's no cheating, okay? All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, War. Okay, Allison, you won that one.
Yes.
Oh,
Josh, you don't have to slap it against your head. It's just like...
I was trying to get it to stick.
I won with a 4.
You got a 4. He had a 2.
I'm going to shuffle
know,
these
that's
'cause
awesome.
I'm afraid they're in like...
You're going to shovel them? All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1, War. All right, Josh, you got that one. All right, 1 to 1. We're doing best out of 5, so you got to get 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1, War. Did I say ace is high or ace is low?
Yes.
You said low.
Low. All right, you won that one, Allison. 2 to 1.
Yes.
One more and the girls win. They get points up on the board.
All right, let's go, girls.
All right, 3, 2, 1, War. Josh,
No.
you just lost it for the boys. All right, there we go. Boom.
Aces are
All right, so we have to update our board here. Okay, so
Okay.
high school girls, middle school girls take the first win on Sunday night youth games. Okay.
Sweet.
Now we're going to play a separate game now. Okay, and it's going to be more. Nobody can win this game. This is a game of possibilities.
Everybody loses?
Okay, no, not everybody loses.
Everyone's a loser.
It's a game of possibility. So you all are going to share with me what you think the correct answer for these possibilities will be. Okay, so let's go to the first one here. Okay, now I'm going to read it. Cars are illegal. What kind of transportation will people use instead? Moose-drawn chariots, giant hamster balls, rocket heelys, or stilts with rollerblades attached to the bottom?
Wow.
Okay, so I want your all's thoughts. I want your all's what you would choose if cars were illegal and what kind of transportation would you go with? Personally, I would probably go with the moose-drawn chariots because that just seems like a natural fit.
I would just like to see everybody rolling around in a giant hamster ball. That sounds pretty awesome, actually.
That
Hey,
sounds fun, but then
could
we
be
don't
safe.
get dizzy.
Could be safe. Is that what you're going with?
No, I was going to go with the moose just because I like moose.
Oh.
Although
giant-
the rocket would be rocket heelys.
Don't you think the giant hamster balls on
That would be
the
fun.
brow would be kind of cool?
Ooh, on the W road.
Yeah, on the W road?
Hey, Drew, can you get us some of those? Remember those things we were in that you like
I
hit
will.
each other?
I
What
will
were
get
those?
the Zorb things, like
Yes, yes.
the knocker balls. That's what they were.
Yeah, can you get us some of those and we'll go down the front of the mountain?
If you volunteer,
I volunteer one of my high school girls.
Stilts with rollerblades.
Okay.
That's just epic fail all over that.
Yeah.
stilts
Ro-
with
that's not bad.
rollerblades. is
Rocket
no-
Heelys pretty much the worst invention ever.
Is the rocket heelys those like thing like where the
On your body.
wheels in the bottom of your shoe?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, Josh, I
that's
thought
kind of
those-
cool.
I
Are
thought
those-
those were cool.
Oh, sorry if I offended anybody.
I'm
Well,
offended.
you did.
I think because I would wipe out on those, so.
Fair,
that's why I
fair.
don't like them.
All right, let's do another one. What else we got?
Next.
Okay. The ocean is no longer full of water, but Mountain Dew, baby. Greek tzatziki sauce, Starbucks coffee, applesauce. I think everybody at home watching knows exactly what I would choose. So I'd like to hear both of your thoughts.
I'm a big coffee drinker, but I don't know that I would want the ocean full of hot coffee. And lukewarm coffee, awful, and I'm not a cold brew, so I would say Mountain Dew, baby.
Oh yeah, Mountain Dew, baby. That's
Definitely.
me. That's mine, of course.
No, I would do the cold coffee.
You would go cold coffee.
Cold brew.
I bet Shannon Lowe would be right there with me.
I mean, I would go for tzatziki sauce if it
That's
was
gross.
if I could like eat it with like
Yeah,
tzatziki.
you gotta have
Ooh.
gyro meat. And
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that'd be good, but
yeah. That'd be cool.
just the sauce by itself, though. Not
No, I would agree.
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
That
Kinda
would
sticky.
smell
That'd be,
awful.
yeah, I would
Tzatziki
agree.
sauce.
All right, let's do another one.
Okay.
See what we got.
Ooh, superpower.
Choose a superpower, which, you know, some may already have superpowers. Okay. First one is invisibility, but you can't see anything. B is you can read minds, but it's all in French. C is you can fly, but only upside down. Or D, your fingertips shoot spaghetti.
Is that just the noodles or like sauce and meat and all?
And meatballs,
That's
can you order?
important. That's important.
If you
to
can
know.
order up like what you shoot.
Well, okay. Let's think upside here, okay?
Okay.
If I can shoot spaghetti out of my fingertips,
awesome.
then that means I can have spaghetti anytime. So, like, I would go for that.
That's not a bad idea.
Like, let's say I'm hungry. All of a sudden, I'm like, phew, and it like goes like spaghetti and meatballs right over there.
Ew, I don't know if I want to eat spaghetti that just
Yeah.
came out of my fingers. Like,
Well, if you think of it like that.
especially in COVID. Not sure. That's good.
Okay. All right. Debbie Downers. Okay, what do you all think then?
Just to fly, man. I don't care if I'm upside down. That sounds pretty awesome.
Okay. All right.
Landing might be a problem, but
On your head?
Yeah.
Landing on your head? Okay. Fair. Okay. What about you,
I
Allison?
want to shoot the spaghetti, but not to eat. Just to make.
But why do you want to shoot spaghetti then?
Because you could freak people out. Like you walk up to them and shoot spaghetti at them.
That's what you want to do.
That'd be awesome.
We're in the build 'em up
And
business.
what-
and
It's
you
fun.
wanna-
It's not. It's fun. It's a joke.
what's the fun of invisibility and
If
you
you can't see.
I mean, that's.
There's not much fun in that. That's why nobody
And-
picked it.
I would have
I don't,
chosen that.
I don't speak French, so that doesn't I'm gonna be able to read minds. I don't
Be like,
wanna
oh,
learn-
okay, cool.
I don't want to learn French.
If you had Google Translate, it'd work.
There you go. Okay, I don't know.
I don't know. All right, fair enough. Let's go to the next
Fly
one.
Upside down. That's
Fine.
what I choose.
Okay.
Let's see what we got. Let's see what another one is. Okay. An inanimate object comes to life and is your best friend. This seems real. Okay, a vacuum named Sucky who is in loud all the time. B, a toaster named Greg who is so nice but also always burns your toast. I can't say that. Read C, Josh.
A basket of potpourri and Jean-Louis who mumbles? I don't know. It's not,
D, a pasta strainer named Linda who is kind of needy. Let me just be clear that these games we get offline, so this one's solid, so I want to hear your all's thoughts.
Wait. Do you make these? You didn't make this
I did
up.
not make this game up.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I thought you were making all these up.
No.
I'm going with the toaster.
Named Greg.
I like nice friends.
This is your best friend, though. Like, this is very important.
if you could put this with the last one, the pasta strainer and the spaghetti fingertips, that would be pretty cool.
See, I would agree. Okay, fair enough. All right, let's do another. We can't end on that one. Let's see what we got.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Pick a conspiracy theory that's actually true. Birds are actually CIA robot drones. North Dakota doesn't actually exist. Uniwells are really narwhals, or Sasquatch isn't real. Okay, let's be clear.
We don't want to hurt your feelings, so it can't be D, right?
First off, we all know Sasquatch is real. Let's move past that one.
I've seen that show where the people hunt him,
Yes.
or not. I mean, are looking for him.
Yeah, they're not hunting.
I know, but hunting to find him
Yes.
or her, and they said
Some
it's real.
call them
Okay.
researchers.
Has anybody watching, I'd just be curious to know, has anybody actually been to North Dakota?
Right now in the chat, comment if you have been to North Dakota before. Okay? Comment in there in the chat. We want to know if you've been to North Dakota, then it actually exists.
Okay.
Okay?
Because it might be B.
It could be B. I've never been to North Dakota. Have you all been to North Dakota?
No, I have not.
I've not been to North Dakota.
No.
Okay. Uniwells are really narwhals.
Is that how you spell narwhals?
I don't know. Once again, this is a game that we got offline.
I don't know.
Okay. So what's y'all's choice then?
I think A would be
I like
pretty
A.
cool.
A. Birds are actually CIA robot drones. Okay. All right, fair. Okay. All right, we got time for one more. Let's do one more.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Ooh,
Okay.
This is good.
Okay.
It's over Detroit.
Choose a place to live, a floating castle, but it's over Detroit. I like Detroit, so I wouldn't mind that. Underground cave system with a bat butler, a bat lair, if you will, named Cecil.
Boom.
Okay. A house made of candy, but kids are always stealing your walls and stuff. Or a yacht manned by tiny squirrel sailors.
Well, definitely not B, because I'm too claustrophobic.
I would agree with that. Can't do that. House made of candy seems like a good idea, but
No. I think the castle. Like, I'm fine with Detroit.
yeah, I'm fine with Detroit. I don't mind
Floating
that.
castle.
I would go floating castle anywhere.
I kind of want a yacht.
Kind of want a yacht.
I mean,
With tiny squirrel sailors.
that'd be a nice conversation.
Now, time out a second. Are you trying to tell me that the pastor of Signal Crest doesn't already have a yacht?
It's not manned by tiny squirrels.
Okay. Okay.
You don't
All
get
right.
the yacht till you're 5. He's
We
not there
actually
yet.
got that idea. You know, Captain Jesse that we'll be seeing later,
Yeah.
he actually has tiny squirrel sailors that run his boating
That's
business.
so cool.
It's
Is
true.
he
It's true
going to
story.
tell us about that?
He might. He's bringing
Okay.
some good news later.
Actually, can I pick what kind of candy? If I pick C,
Sure.
What would you-
What candy would it be?
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Good to know.
Okay. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'd go floating castle. That'd be cool. Well, good deal. Well, Allison, Josh, thank you all so much for participating in Possibilities. So now we are going to look at another challenge video that we have here with the high school guys. All right, good evening, everybody. We're here for our game this evening, our Minute to Win It challenge that we'll be doing every week with a different small group. So this week we've got the high school guys, and we will be competing against one another with this Minute to Win It challenge each week. And me and the small group leaders will be keeping track of the scores, and there'll be some prizes as we go along. So this week we are doing the Face Cookie Challenge. Now, since we are in a pandemic, options are limited for cookies from time to time. So I want us to go around the Zoom room here and share what cookie you have. So we'll start with Wes, then go to Will, then go to Jake, and then Tucker, you wrap that up telling us what cookie you got. So Wes, what cookie you working with today?
I got a cracker.
Cracker. Is that a Ritz?
Yep, Ritz cracker.
Okay. Will?
Got a vanilla wafer.
Vanilla wafer. Are those wafers expired or are they still in date?
No, I got till the 26th of April, 2021. So we are
Okay.
good.
So we're good. Jake, what are you working with over there?
Also got a cracker.
Cracker. Is there peanut butter in the cracker?
There is.
Okay, that's big time. That could go a little. That could be helpful. More weight. Tucker, what we got, bud?
I have some dried apricots from Trader Joe's. That was the only round thing we've had.
Yeah, dried apricots. It works. So how this Minute to Win It challenge works is I will start a clock. Okay, you've got a minute to take the cookie from the center of your forehead down into your mouth. Now each person is keeping track of your time. All right. So when you finish, you click that stop button. We will add up all 4 times here to see what your time is together as the group, and then we'll put that up against another group for next week. Sound fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
That's good.
Okay, all right. So I'm pulling up my clock here. All right, so y'all go ahead and get the cookie to the top of your forehead. All right, ready? And go. All right, no cheating. You gotta take hands off. There we go, working it down. The apricot has fallen.
Oh, this is tough.
This is going to be tough with the apricot. Will seems like he's on to something. Oh, stop your time, Will. Stop your time. We got one down. Down.
Definitely did not go in my mouth.
Slippery apricot.
Oh, it didn't go in Will's mouth. Never mind. We're still going. Guys, we are 25 seconds in, and it's not looking great for this group. We really need somebody to make a play here. Get the cookie in the mouth. Okay, yep. Okay, stop your time. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we got two down. We still got Wes and Jake. Jake's getting close.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if this is gonna happen.
Hey, Jake's so close.
Wes,
Wes,
we
just
believe.
keep going, buddy. Keep going. You got 10 seconds left. Oh, Jake's got it. Stop your time, Jake. Wes, get there. You got 3, 2, 1. Stop.
Oh,
Okay. All right. Y'all got your times? What?
Yeah.
Tucker, I think you and Will were close to being the first. What was your time, Tuck?
Mine was 27.02 seconds.
Okay. All right.
I got 33 on the dot.
33 on the dot. Okay. Jake, what'd you get?
I forgot to start my timer, but you said 10 seconds right after I got it, so I just
Okay.
49.
49. All right. And then Wes, we
1 minute. Yeah.
we used the minute. Hey,
Yeah.
see, Wes, you had the Ritz cracker. It was a light cracker. It was difficult. Okay. No worries.
Yeah.
All right.
Now I have to vacuum my floor. It shattered all over my floor.
Oh man, sorry about that. Well, gentlemen, thank you for playing. Will, do you have something that you wanna say?
It was a great team effort, and I don't think anybody's going to be able to beat us.
Okay. Who do you want to challenge to see if they can beat you next week?
The high school girls.
High school girls. All right, the challenge is out there. So we need 4 high school girls to compete in the Face Cookie Challenge. So sweet. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much, and we will. Face Cookie Challenge. That's what that was. So the high school guys have challenged the high school girls at Face Cookie Challenge. So high school girls, we want you all to put a group together and compete this week to see if you can beat the high school boys. So with that, we'll go into our next segment of Good News with Captain Jesse.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
Well, hey there. Captain Jesse here, and I've got some good news for you.
Captain Jesse. What's up, man? How are you? You good? Is your mic on? I think we may have a mic off. Test it again.
Test.
Oh, yeah, you on. You here. You here, Jay. Captain Jesse, it's so good to see your face, man. It's so good that we can do some good news because we all need some good news right now. Is that right?
Yeah, everybody needs good news.
I would agree. So just real quick, let's go back a second. Were you like surprised by how well the high school guys did on the Face Cookie Challenge, or kind of disappointed?
It was, since none of them actually had a cookie, I thought they did great.
See, that's why you're bringing us the good news, because you're always looking at the positive.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, so you're bringing us good news here this evening. I recognize that you forgot your captain's hat, but that's okay.
I brought my fish mask, though.
Oh, okay, brought your fish mask. Hey, just want to ask real quick. We talked a few minutes ago about you having tiny squirrels as sailors. Is that rumor true?
It is not. There's a couple of tiny, short people that help me, but they're not squirrels.
Not squirrels. Okay.
It's actually my wife, and she's not a squirrel.
Okay, it's actually your wife. Which, speaking of, talking about good news for a second, you just said wife. Is the rumor true that you got married over the break?
It's true.
Yeah, congratulations. Let's give Jesse a big round of applause. Yes. In the chat, say congratulations to Captain Jesse. And you want to share her name, or are you keeping that under wraps?
Her name's Alexis.
Alexis, cool. Well, hopefully we'll have Alexis around here soon, maybe? Possibly. Never know, right? All right, Captain J, what good news do you have for us today?
So first off, this week it's our first youth of the new semester, so that's great news.
Great news.
And tomorrow is MLK Day, so we get to celebrate Martin Luther King, and you guys don't have school, so that's more good news.
More great news.
Other fun facts that happened this week, there's these bakers in Seattle, and they made over 1,300 loaves of bread they've given to the local food bank, so that's really good. And then there's a guy out in Philly who's been making pizzas in his apartment. He lives on the second floor, and he like lowers them down and sells them to people. He has like a big string and ties it to the box to lower it down. And he's raised over $30,000 for charity for that.
Dang.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
Both good news involving food there.
Yeah,
Good news.
food always brings smiles to people.
I would agree. What else? You got any others?
Yeah, tomorrow is National Winnie the Pooh Day. It's one of my favorites as a kid growing up. So it's on Disney Plus. So check it out tomorrow. See Winnie and Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore, classic fave Eeyore.
So Winnie the Pooh was one of your favorites as a kid.
It was.
Yeah. Did you watch it a lot?
Yeah, to probably like 8 or 9.
Wow.
Yeah.
I figured, you still could watch it. So you're going to watch it tomorrow.
If I got time.
If you got time. Okay. Is it got anything else?
Tuesday's National Cheese Day. So you can use that in any way you want. You could put some cheese on some pasta. You can make a grilled cheese, put some cheese on some chili, any tacos or nachos. So you just have fun with it. There's Gouda, cheddar, pepper jack, American.
Gouda is very Gouda, if you know what I'm saying.
It's very good.
I love cheese. And that's Tuesday?
That's Tuesday.
National Cheese Day. I got to put that down on my calendar.
Yeah, just have a big charcuterie board with different options.
See, that's a tough word to say. Can you say it 3 times fast?
Charcuterie, charcuterie, charcuterie.
Okay, maybe it's not tough to say. Never mind. Notice I'm not going to say it. You got anything else for us?
I got one more. So in Austria, there was this cow that escaped a slaughterhouse, and there was a witness that saw it, and she contacted the local animal charity called, I'm going to butcher this, pun intended. It's Goot Aderbickel. And they contacted the original owner of the cow and bought it from him, and now the cow's living on a farm. So good for the cow. And I heard Chick-fil-A has contacted it already to be a brand ambassador. So great news there.
What was the word that you used? What was that? French? Was it French? What was it?
I think it's German.
German? What was it? Can you say it again?
Goot Aderbickel. I've been practicing.
I can tell you've been practicing. Hey, that's good news for the cow.
Yeah.
And if the cow gets a Chick-fil-A endorsement, that's even better. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Wow.
Eat more chicken.
That's right. So I feel like this good news, we need to have this like every week. So students, if you have any good news, send it our way. Captain Jesse loves sharing the good news. If any more cow stories would be good. Okay, like National Cheese Day, anything like that. Just share that with us. We'll share that maybe next week for good news with Captain Jetty.
Yeah, the best ones, send them our way, and we'll mention one next week.
That's right, man. Captain Jesse, you never disappoint with your good news. Do you like sit there and just look all day at good news, or is this just like
It just comes to me, man.
just comes to you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. I didn't know that you followed those circles over across the pond, getting all that good news. But it's good. It's good. All right, so we're gonna play a game now. Okay. So this game is called Box of Lies. All right. So as you see up here, we've got some boxes. They could be full of lies, or they could be full of truth. Truths. All right. So this is how we're going to play. All right. We're going to take turns. All right. One of us will choose a box. Okay. The other one will put a blindfold on. You'll take what is in the box out of the box to show to the camera so our viewers at home can see it. Then you'll put it back in the box, shut the lid. Then you will explain to me what is in the box. Now, you could be telling the truth, or you could be lying, okay? I have to decide, or vice versa, okay, whichever one's listening, has to decide if you're telling the truth or if it's a lie, okay? Fair enough?
Got it.
All right, so do you think we should, like, make a competition out of this? Like, do you want to represent somebody, me represent somebody?
That works.
All right, so you want to represent middle school boys?
I'm their leader, so probably.
Okay, all right. Okay, fair. I'll represent the middle school girls. Okay,
That
just to be clear, middle school girls already have a point. So if you lose, you're
Just
down.
to be clear, are you saying you are a girl today?
Come on now.
For this little game?
Come on now. You know I'm always repping for the middle school girls, all right? So this is what we're going to do. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
No, see, you're planning something. I'm going to let you go first.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead, pick a box.
You have to put your blindfold on.
Dude, I mean, for real, I can't see what's in the box until you take remember you're going to take the box over there and sit it down. I'm putting my blindfold on, AKA my mask. Hold on. All right, go ahead. Pull it out of the box. It sounds like a heavy box, just be honest. It sounds like you're wrestling with it a lot. Smells a little weird too. Like maybe cheese. Are you still putting it in the box?
I'm done.
Is it back in the box?
It's back in the box.
All right, I'm taking off my mask. All right, Jesse, what's in your box?
So,
You're already lying, I can tell, but go
I'm
ahead.
not.
Okay, go ahead.
So it's kind of like this red object. Some might say a ball. Some might not say it's a ball.
You said kind of. So are you confident that it's a red ball?
I don't know. I'm pretty confident.
Okay, all right.
It's on a rope. It's a pretty thick rope.
Okay.
And it's really weird. It's tied to a dog bone.
So it's a dog toy.
It's basically like a bone yo-yo. It's like tug of war, and you hold one end, and the dog grabs either the bone, or if you grab the bone, it gets the ball.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I can believe that, but you said like a bone yo-yo. That's kind of throwing me off. Seems like you went a
I
little.
mean, you can like twirl it up like a forearm exercise. But yeah,
All right. You're a very honest and truthful person.
I am. I have to be ethical as part of one of my licenses.
As a CPA?
Yeah, as that one.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's true. Is it
It's
true?
not.
You're lying. Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? I thought that you were a truthful individual. You really explained the dog toy really well. I'm kind of impressed.
I know, I just thought of it.
You don't even have a dog.
I don't.
That was a very quick lie that you had, Jesse.
Thank you.
Very interesting. Now I'm starting to question your good news. All right, put your blindfold on.
One sec. Yep.
All right, you can take your blindfold off. Now, Jesse, we've been friends for how long? Like 10 years?
Probably like 9.
Probably like 9. Wow, just be accurate. I was going to round up or whatever. Okay, we've been friends for 10 years. And you know I'm very truthful to you. Okay.
I like to think I am.
Okay, so here's what's in my box. All right? I want you to envision this for a moment. Okay? Think of like a hat. Okay? It's like a hat that straps around like your chin. Okay? And let's say this hat is an animal.
Did you say an animal?
An animal. Could be a moose, could be an elk, could be a reindeer.
Do you not know the difference in those animals?
I don't.
Okay.
Okay? So it could be any of those. Could be a regular deer. Okay? But here's the thing.
So it's basically like a antler hat.
One could say, yes, but it has a face. It's more than antlers. But the thing is that It's on top of a cone.
I think this is a lie. I don't think the box is big enough for that.
Huh. Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Joke's on you. We have
Okay.
a moose on top of a cone. See? And this is provided by the Evans family, so I'm going to assume this is either Thomas's or Will's from when they were a small child.
Thank you for the contribution, Thomas and Will.
Thank you, Thomas and Will. All right, let's do another one. You're up. You know, we were both wrong, so it's 0-0. Very cool. Here, let me put on my blindfold. Jesse, what does it look like? See, now you're cheating. You sent that airplane to fly over while we were doing this, so I can't hear what's in the box.
Okay, I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think there's a chance that anything in the box is alive? Like, not in that box, but like any of these boxes?
I hope.
Oh, I do too. All right,
Be
go
fun.
ahead.
So this is kind of like a children's toy.
We're back to the toys again.
It's a stuffed animal. It's a dog. I'm pretty sure it's a dog.
You don't know the difference in those
Yeah,
animals?
yeah, it's a dog. And it's taking a dump.
No, that's a.
It's a stuffed animal dog taking
A
a
dump.
number two. Yeah,
A number two.
yeah.
You're telling me that on this fine family show that we have a dog taking a deucer right now?
That's exactly what I'm telling
That's
you.
a lie. And I hope it's not a lie. What is this? Is that, oh my goodness. Unreal. Fine. Fair. Okay, one of us has got to like get this correct. Okay?
I'm gonna get one right. I
You
hope.
got to put your blindfold on.
Oh yeah.
I'm saving this big box. This big box down here is in play. By the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's in play.
Were you peeking?
Yes. Jesse, we do have a problem because it's possibly could be something that I'm not really sure what it is again. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. All right. And I have some questions about this afterwards. Hold on. All right, you can take your blindfold off. Okay, so, all right, you ready for this?
Yeah.
So this is a plate, okay?
It's a plate.
It's a plate,
Okay.
okay? White plate. On the white plate, okay? This is what I'm confused about, all right? I'm not really sure what type of food it is.
But it is food.
It's food, okay? Smelled it, not real, okay? So it's like plastic. Like, you know, like the
Like from a kid's kitchen.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So smelled it, didn't smell anything. Obviously from kid's kitchen. So it's like a plate with just like some food on it. Okay. That's basically it. That's it.
I believe you.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's not
Oh.
at all. It's a animal that I don't know what animal this is. What animal is this?
Looks like a fox with some sort of.
Is that a fox? I don't think that's a fox. What I really don't like is that these look like dirty socks on them.
Is it a red fox?
I'm going to be honest. Looks like dirty socks. Okay.
They're American though.
They are America. All right, let's do one more. You get to do one more. If I was you, I'd pick the big box. Did you pick the big box? Is it still 0-0? So this is for the win.
Okay, you can take your blindfold off.
Okay, I can see it in the box right now.
Can you really?
No, I can't.
Oh. So think back to a few weeks ago, Christmas time, the nativity scene. We're at a barn.
At a barn?
Yeah, we're at a barn, and there's a giraffe there. And this giraffe, so it's a giraffe. It's kind of like
So you're telling me there's a giraffe in the nativity scene?
you know how the nativity scene have like those little figurine-looking things of animals? It's
Yes.
a giraffe like that, and it's been to Mardi Gras and has a ton of beads.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there.
Okay,
All right? And I'm going to say that that's true.
it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Pull it out. I want to see it. And then I believe so that I just took the win for the. Okay. All right. Giraffe with Mardi Gras beads. Excellent. Do you want to do this last one? Do you want me to do this, see if you can tie? We're almost
Yeah.
out of time, but we can do it.
I can see if we can tie.
All right. Well, we'll do it real quick. All right. Put your blindfold on. This one seems light. I'm going to put somebody in the chat, tell me what animal that is. I don't think it's a fox, but maybe it is. I don't know. And if anybody knows whose socks those are, please tell me whose socks those are. Oh, perfect. Very cool. Jesse, there is no way in this world that you're going to get this one. Okay? No way. I just took the win for the middle school girls. All right. I'm going to put it simply. Jesse, you can take a blindfold off. Simple. Okay? Absolutely simple. I want you to think athletic figurine. Okay? Kind of like a bobblehead, but not. It doesn't bobble. Okay? Athletic figurine. Who's your favorite NFL team?
It's the Falcons.
Well, it's not any Falcons player. Okay? But it is a player from the Raiders.
Which player?
Come on, bro. Who's the all-time greatest Raider of all time?
Bo Jackson.
Jerry Rice,
Okay.
obviously.
Okay.
It's a Jerry Rice, the Raiders figurine. And you know how I feel about the Raiders.
I think you're lying.
Oh, man. Oh. Come on, man. It's a Jerry Rice figurine.
Aw.
Middle school girls, that's a point for you all. Jesse, I enjoyed it.
It was
That
fun.
was awesome. And can't wait to hear the good news next week. All right? So now we're going to go into a time of worship with Austin and Sarah Murphy.
Some glad morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. When the shadows of this life have grown, I'll fly away. Like a bird from prison bars have flown, I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then I'll fly away to a land where joy shall never end. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away.
Thank you, Austin and Sarah, for sharing that beautiful song with us, and we'll hear from them again here in a few minutes. But now we just want to take a little time to have a lesson here this evening. But before we start, I want you all to just bow your heads with me, and let's open up in prayer together. Father God, we just come to you right now, just praying, God, that you just open up our hearts and open up our minds to what you want us to hear, what you want us to learn, what you want us to see, what you want us to feel here this evening, God. And Father God, we just pray that you just continue to guide us and direct us in all that we do. And God, I just pray that you give me the words to say here this evening, God. And we thank you so much for your Son and for the cross. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, so tonight I want you all to think about for a moment, okay? We're going to go back a few years. I want you to think about the first time that you jumped into a pool, okay? The first time that you took that leap to jump into a pool. Now, I'm going to give you just a little view of my first time that I can remember jumping into a pool. And I remember standing on the side as a little kid, and I remember my family being in the water saying, you can do it, encouraging me to jump into the water, to jump into the pool. And I specifically remember one of my family members saying, I promise I'm right here. I promise I'm right here to catch you. Just jump. I promise that I'm right here. Just jump. Now, I'm sure that you all probably have some similar stories of the first time that you jumped into a pool, a river, a lake, whatever it may be, that you had somebody there encouraging you probably. Maybe not, okay? But I know for many of you, you did. I know for me that I did. And I know for me that I ultimately took that jump into the water because of the support that I had, because of the person saying, I promise I am right here. So as we get into our lesson today, for the next 4 weeks, we're going to be looking at a story from the Old Testament where God makes a promise to a man called Abraham. So we're going to be looking at the story of Abraham and his wife, Sarah. And we see in this story, we see a promise that God has made to Abraham. And we see how God fulfills that promise, but we're also going to talk about how Abraham and Sarah react to the promise that God gives them. But today we're going to start by just introducing Abraham and Sarah to you and just introducing the promise that God gives them. So see, Abraham and Sarah's story comes just after our creation story in Genesis, okay, with Adam and Eve, talking about the fall with Adam and Eve, just after the stories of Cain and Abel, and after the story of Noah and the flood, okay? So we see a vastness with humanity in these stories, but now we're going to focus on just two people. We're going to focus on Abraham and Sarah. We're going to focus on that covenant that God makes, that promise that God makes with Abraham. So if you have your Bibles at home, I encourage you, or if it's within reach, I encourage you to get your Bibles, and we're going to turn to Genesis chapter 12. We're going to look at Genesis chapter 12, looking at verse 1 through verse 9. So I'm going to read that for us. I'll give you just a moment to turn there if you're there. So Genesis chapter 12, verse 1 through verse 9. It says, Now the Lord said to Abram, okay, so his name had not changed to Abraham yet. Now the Lord said to Abram, Go from your country and your kindred and your father's house to the land that I will show you. And I will make you a great nation, and I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. And Abram took Sarai, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their possessions that they had gathered, and the people that they had acquired in Haran, and they set out to go to the land of Canaan. When they came to the land of Canaan, Abram passed through the land to the place at Shechem, to the oak of Moreh. At that time the Canaanites were in the land. Then the Lord appeared to Abram and said, To your offspring I will give this land, So he built there an altar to the Lord who appeared to him. From there he moved to the hill country on the east of Bethel and pitched his tent, with Bethel on the west and Ai on the east. And there he built an altar to the Lord and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed on, still going towards the Negeb. So this is where we are introduced to Abraham and his interaction with God. In our scripture passage today, we see the three promises that God gives to Abraham. First, we see in verse 2, we see the promise of, I will make you a great nation. Okay? I will make you a great nation. So we see that promise with Abraham and his descendants. Then in verse 7, okay, we see, to your offspring, I will give this land. Okay, so we see the promise of land. To this offspring, I will give this land. And then if we look back at verse 2, we see, I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. I say that again. I will bless you and make your name great, so that you will be a blessing. We see that promise with being a blessing. Promise with descendants, promise with land, and promise with the blessing. And as I said, the next few weeks, we're going to be looking at Abraham and his wife Sarah's story and their response to these promises, because I think that there's a lot of relatable things that we may have in our own stories with how they react to these promises. And take note of what Abraham's age of 75. It's got to be interesting to get a promise from God at that age. But I want to point out two specific points tonight with our story that we've seen so far with Abram's calling in chapter 12. The first is this. With these promises made to Abraham, we see God's grace. We see God's grace in these promises because, see, when we think of grace, we recognize that grace is a gift that we cannot earn or even deserve. Okay? I say that again. Grace is not a gift that we can even earn or that we even deserve. So Abraham did nothing to deserve this gift, this blessing, this promise from God, but God still gave Abraham this promise. So we see God's grace. We see a God that is full of grace. Okay? So that's our first point. That we see God's grace in this promise. The second point is this, that this promise binds us to God forever. Okay? I say that again. This promise binds us to God forever. See, the blessing of this promise is culminated in the gift of Jesus. We can take the lineage of Jesus and we can trace it all the way back to Abraham and Sarah and what started with that promise. We're going to see in their story, and we're going to see and recognize through this promise that this God's promise and blessing can sustain us and connects us to God no matter what. So we know that that promise not only connects Abraham and Sarah to God, but it connects us to God. And we can see in their story that we see the blessing of all families, the blessing of nations. We know that we are connected and binded to God forever. I say that again, that we are connected and binded to God forever. From what started there in this promise. We also hear the word said in that all families of the earth shall be blessed. So that's a reminder to us that only are we binded to God, connected to God. Everyone is binded to God, is connected to God. No matter who they are, no matter where they're from, okay? No matter what race they may be, no matter what differences people may have, that we are all binded to God. So the two takeaways today in this promise is to know of God's grace. We see God's grace, and to know that this promise binds us to God forever. So as we continue to look at the story of Abraham and Sarah over the next few weeks, I encourage you this week to think about a time that you felt close to God. And I encourage you all to go into your small groups here in just a moment, okay? And in your small groups, you're going to have that chance to talk about a time when you felt close to God, or start thinking about a time that you felt close to God. And you can share that story with people within your small group, okay? Or if you're not able to meet after this, hopefully you can share it next week within your group. But to me, it just excites me to see this story of Abraham and Sarah. It excites me to know and gives me hope and gives me peace to know that we are binded to God forever. So I'm excited to share Abraham and Sarah's story with you over the next few weeks as we move along. So as we finish up tonight, we're going to hear from Austin and Sarah Murphy one more time with singing us another song.
Thousand stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard a tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. Good Father, it's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're good, good Father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am. 'Cause you're perfect in all of your ways. You're perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. It's love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love, love, love. You're good, good Father. It's who you are, it's who you are, it's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am, it's who I am, it's who I am.
more time.
You're a good, good Father. It's who you are.
It's who you are.
It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am.
God is good, and God is good all the time. And so as you all go this week, just remember that we are binded to God forever and in God's goodness for forever. We look forward to seeing you all at this time again next week, and we hope you all have a great discussion in your small groups.